Hello, welcome to the LooneyBin Podcast, brought to you by LooneyBin Productions. I'm Preston.
And I am John.
And I'm Nick.
And I'm Nate.
And I'm Teddy.
And we are LooneyBin Productions. And I thought today we'd start out the podcast with the Merriam-Webster Dictionary word of the day. And we're going to go around the group, have everyone guess what the meaning of this word is. So the word today is erudite. It's an adjective. And that's all I'm going to give you.
Erudite, huh?
Oh, it is erudite.
Can I get a spelling
the
real quick?
enunciation right now.
Yeah, Teddy wants spelling.
Can I get a spelling?
E-R-U-D-I-T-E. Erudite.
Now that I know that, it's obviously it's an adjective, but it's specific to penguin wranglers. So, you know, it's
Yes,
like
I was homeschooled, so I don't know what an adjective is.
okay.
Glad we got that out of the way.
Yep, that's my guess. I'll put that. It has something to do with penguins. That's my guess. So
Penguins.
Penguins.
something about penguins. That's my guess.
I don't know. Rooted definitely sounds, I want to say protruding out of something. I'm thinking more plant related, something herb. Yeah, I'm going maybe a little small scale living, non-sentient. Little
Of course.
green little plant life.
Green little
That's where I'm
penguin
going.
life. Okay, Nate or Ted.
I'm getting the feeling it's something having to do with how something smells. If it's an adjective, I feel like it's something about that.
Okay.
Okay, great guess.
All right, so erudite is actually...
Okay, fuck off, first of all.
That's great. That's perfect.
No.
Keep going.
So erudite is actually someone who... So that would be a noun.
Yeah, this is
No,
an
it's
adjective.
it's an adjective because it's describing.
Yeah.
Anyway, an erudite is someone who deals in erotic culture.
Oh, very good. Very good choice. Very good choice.
Yeah, I think that next time, let's not even say if it's an adjective or a noun, because then chances are we'll all guess nouns, and if it's an adjective, we'll automatically be wrong.
Mine's open-ended. It can be whatever
But-
the real
well,
answer is.
That'll be for next time.
What is the actual definition?
And then also this is this little game. So whoever gets closer to it gets a point, and then we tally the points throughout each episode, and then basically if somebody doesn't guess the exact definition, then we argue our points, kind of like the game Super Fight in the card game, and then whoever Preston decides has the best argument that's close to the definition gets the point.
Amen to that.
All right, the definition of erudite for the word of the day, November 4th, 2020, is having or showing knowledge that is gained by studying. See, I think
Interesting.
penguin wranglers are pretty close.
All right. See, you got to study. You have to
Super
study
vague.
the penguins. So I'll take the point. That's
I
one
feel
for
like
me
the
in
definition
books.
is very vague. Just like just generally, if you studied anything,
What was yours
It's
again?
knowledge learned from studying.
Okay, so
Yeah,
mine
it's
was
interesting.
dealing with erotic culture. So you have to study the culture before you can deal with it.
But I said penguin gatherer. Chances are you're
maybe
Now
studying.
wrangler.
maybe you
In
said
order to
a.
know how something smells, you have to study it.
Yeah, you can make the same case for all of these.
That's true. And
Maybe
he
you
gets to
chose
decide it
erotic just
ultimately.
because it was ER.
What was
I
yours
still think
again?
Nick's
I don't
is
even
furthest.
remember what yours was.
It's a
That's
deal.
how bad
That
it
was.
was.
Wait, Nick's
No, it
is
was something to do
furthest
with
or
plants.
closest?
Yeah, it was plants protruding
so
from the ground.
I said penguin gatherer, so I'm making my case that
No one knows how to do that.
legally, if you're gathering penguins, chances are you're studying them. You're gaining knowledge.
Right.
All right,
If
so if you
you're-
deal with erotic culture, you also have to study erotic culture to gain a baseline from where to begin.
I'm pretty sure you can major in plants.
Well, he gets the decision. he gets the decision anyway, so it's up to him. It's up to the.
Crop agriculture.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
you're
going to
studying
have to
in
stick
plants.
with it. The ruling on the field stands. Penguin wrangler. You do
All
get
right,
the
that's
first
one
point.
for me, and we'll jot it off to the side. Bingo. All right, so first thing I've been thinking about all day, boys, and I wanted to bring it up to you.
Yep. We know you're a thinker.
Jesus.
Is Keith a good name?
Keith.
Keith.
My 8th grade English teacher, Keith Roberts, was named Keith, obviously, and he got killed by a car that crushed him while he was underneath it fixing it. He was in his garage fixing his car, and apparently
I do
the jack
remember this
just
story.
broke, and
Okay.
he got crushed.
All right.
So then no.
So the answer
So-
that I'm going to come up with is no.
No, so Keith's not a good name.
I also knew a Keith that worked at Devani's, but we'll get into that after someone else has an experience with a Keith.
All right, so in my personal opinion, whenever somebody says the name Keith, it just sounds like they have a lisp, and it just gives me a bad vibe. I don't know.
Yeah.
It just sounds.
I kind of felt like I had a lisp when I was saying it.
Yeah, because I didn't
Keith.
know if you were saying Keith, like with an F, or Keith with TH.
Well, what's Keef?
Keith.
World of
Keith,
Keithlings.
like dealing with fucking
2007 on
marijuana.
Xbox 360.
Of course.
All right, so today the Merriam-Webster word of the day is actually keef. So
Yeah,
we're gonna guess
keef.
what the
Just
the
kidding.
definition is.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
oh, it's just a lighter.
Just a lighter translation.
Okay, so we got no for Keith and no for Keith.
Keith sounds like a heathen. I mean, to be honest, I'm not really sure.
Even.
Now, the other thing I thought about when bringing this up was, we're really cutting down on our market of all the Keiths out in the world for watching. Hopefully, the first viewer wasn't named Keith.
We
I
don't
thought
need him.
about that.
Keith,
We just left
We've
right
already
away.
lost him. We've already lost him.
Keith Urban. I'm sorry to say,
Keith
but
Urban,
you're
yeah,
out of
yeah,
here.
on the stream.
You're out of here, buddy.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I guess we won't partner up with him down the road. But,
Your name just relates to your lyrics.
well, you heathen.
One thing I did want to talk about was basically like giving the audience kind of a intro of our friendships and how kind of like this group got together.
Yeah, great idea. Where to start?
Well,
I think we
freshman
started in
year.
greeter group of 22.
Yeah, it might have to be.
All right, so I'm gonna actually take the reins here and start.
Oh my god, we
with,
might have to start with greeter group, whatever. Yeah.
We might have to start with CF training.
Okay.
What's a CF? Could you please explain CF?
Yeah. So CF is an RA for all other
Or a CA.
colleges. Yeah, CA. Yeah.
Or whatever you call it.
But basically, I was the RA, CF, CA of these three, and then this guy, technically, because he was a floor up.
Floor up.
But yeah, so I was their kind of big brother in the forest, in the trenches.
In the fields.
But yeah,
Great
I'd
movie.
like to hear everyone else's perspectives on,
Oh, for sure.
first year.
I'm trying to think of my first. So I move in and I'm roommates with Teddy. I remember looking up Teddy's Instagram in the summer, and all my friends back home were kind of memeing on me because Teddy, they saw that picture of you riding the elephant in the mall
Let's go.
on your
let's go.
Instagram, and they were like,
huge.
oh, "Okay, so he's a fucker." And I was like, "Let's go, this is huge."
That's a point for you, Teddy.
And but no, I remember texting Teddy and I was like, okay, I'm pretty excited. Yeah, we're I don't know. Yeah, it'll be fine. And so that was my first experience with Teddy. And then me and John were also in the same orientation group. Yeah. So I don't know, John, you want to take it away there?
So hold on to clarify, freshman orientation,
Freshman
not
orientation.
sexual orientation. That's
No.
that was not the first
Okay.
time
Sex
we met.
ed,
you know,
right,
so
right.
I might have been.
I
Sex
think
ed,
that might have
but-
been the
was
training coming into
implied,
Gustavus, but
Interesting.
Oh God.
nah, I'm trying to think. I think it had to be greeter training. So then you're kind of put in this group, and the real goal is to kind of like develop a friendship group, kind of a support group within it. But it's kind of like a camp counselor leading you through the first beginning days of college. And so it's like it's also like your first term seminar. So then you either roll with these people or you don't.
Yeah, it's basically based off a class that you guys all picked to take. So basically, they're thinking that you guys all have a common interest in this one class. So
Exactly.
they're thinking, okay, you guys are probably going to be, I don't know, put together and
Right.
make a better relationship or something like that. And me and John were in the same one. What was it called? Music and film?
Yeah, film. Yeah, I think
Film
it was
and
like
music.
film and music.
Yep.
And so through there, I guess Preston lived right across the dorm from me.
Yeah, me and Teddy also lived across the hall from John, and we were actually door-to-door neighbors on the
Yep.
side with Nate. So we were in a little triangle
Love
on
triangle.
second floor,
Yeah.
Pittman.
Yeah, I think that was started off. It was so freaking hot outside that it was just we were hanging out in the hot room. Right after, I guess you decided to go to a couple of calf meals together, and then this kid said he was the president of the film, whatever movie club and I said, all right, this guy's the worst, but then I decided to hang out with him, so it was great. I'm just kidding. I thought it was really cool.
No, me.
Wow,
I remember my first thoughts about John because I think I came in late to the
'Cause of an audition.
orientation because I was at an audition
Yeah.
for instruments, and so I came in late, and so everyone else was kind of doing their stuff, and we were doing like a little friendship bingo. Do you check off the person that has 3 warts on their left toe or
Pre-COVID,
something like that,
pre-COVID.
or whatever the hell the category was. Yeah. And yeah, I don't know. I remember like I kind of thought like, okay, so everyone else here is kind of weird, and I don't know. I was like something about this John guy. And I was like, I think I can see a future here.
Yeah, that was
I see a future
then
here.
you guys could kind of fast forward to every single night. It was just one of the other rooms. It was just might have been more than my roommate was actually there. And Jared Chuck, nice call him out real quick. But that kid was strapped for homework and swimming.
Yeah,
The kid could barely eat ramen at the end of the night. His hands were shaking so bad. But hey, he dumped that ramen in the trash and it stunk up the trash. But then he also left
Let's
toothpaste
go.
in the sink. But Jared, I love you.
John's just letting it all out right now. 2 years later.
Yeah,
We got
I remember
you.
during orientation was like the one time that all four of us, like across the hall from each other, we all played Mario Kart, and there I was thinking,
And overcooked.
wow,
Overcooked.
we're gonna be playing games all the time.
Yeah.
And little did I know that was the only time that group was gonna play games together the
That's
entire
true.
year.
Yeah, we had a couple other guys that were on the floor with us too, and we don't talk to them or ever see them now.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
so
I remember
true.
thinking about Nate. We were like, in my head, I don't know if it was the same for you, John or Teddy, but in my head, I was like, oh God, Nate's too cool. And we were like,
Thought he was a tennis player.
yeah, we were just like, oh God, he's the big honcho on campus, big cool guy, G choir. Oh shit.
Oh, he's big. He's
And
big.
I remember, Nate, if you told the story correctly, you were thinking the same thing about us.
Yep. No, yeah, that's it. No, I was just gonna say that. I was literally thinking because it was you guys and then Sam and Maddie, and I was like, all right, so these guys they got their stuff. I'll play Rocket League in my room and I'll keep them in check when I need to. But yeah, so it was basically a mutual feeling.
I'm trying to think of like the first time we hung out. I think it was maybe with Emma. We watched Iron Man 3. Or no, it was Deadpool. It was Deadpool.
Yeah, it was Deadpool. A Saturday
Oh my
night.
God.
I don't know if it was the first
And-
time we hung out. We hung out in his room because we were asking about gaming because I was an Overwatch kid then, and I was just like, "Hey, what do you play on PC?" And we were definitely in your room for a hot second because I have videos prior before the Deadpool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I wouldn't be like,
No.
Can we watch?
Can I bring my girlfriend over
Right.
and hang out in my residence? What a date, first of all.
Guys, don't call me out.
Put you down for the count. Well, now I guess we could fast forward to Nick. I guess Nick and I were. I mean, when is it first?
It was have to be you boys to put the pieces together. All I remember was it was a pretty early conversation, and Star Wars was a staple for you.
Oh, easily.
And I was like, yeah, John's pretty cool because I was like, I could relate to that. But no, I was in another situation similar to John, even though I was a floor up, where the other roommate that I was put with was just. We'll leave it at what it is.
He didn't make it past the first semester.
Yeah, he didn't make the cut.
He kind of took a shit, but
So yeah, I mean, you guys would really have to try and put it together because I do not remember. All I know was being in the same, not hall, but building. You know, we had
Yep.
some interactions, and there was a trumpet connection, choir more than anything with Teddy and Nate
Right.
and I. At least being in the same rehearsals. I suppose probably Teddy more than Nate because
Right.
we were the freshmen that got in.
I remember during orientation, there were so many times that we would just run into each other, and then I would just always forget your name. So it's just like, hey,
Huge.
I remember you.
That's huge.
But what's your name?
Big
And
one.
one time you're just like, you know what? We'll just leave it that way. You just don't know. And then
Yeah.
That could have been
We
a
were just
bit,
going
for
nuts.
sure.
I knew of Nick Hagen, but I don't think I ever had a conversation with you. Or just like, and John's just, he's the guy hanging out in the common rooms, blah, blah. People walk by, do their laundry, they're playing pool. So, people just tend to start talking. And I think I remember we started hanging out with you like more towards the end of the year.
Yeah, it really was. And that's why I can't remember a start to it. It was, the connection was really made in choir with you two.
because senior week.
Well, yeah.
It was even before
most
senior
of the
week.
year, it was like,
True.
that was the connection. And we didn't really hang out. But yeah, that towards that end of the year.
Yeah.
That was really the shift where I was like, hey, actually, we can hang out. But then that last final week, right before summer, that was like every day.
Yeah.
right.
And that was kind of that weird shift where,
What am
I
I
mean-
doing?
yeah, I mean, not even that. I don't even care to get into that. But like in the sense of, when you lose your roommate, it's that weird, like, where do I follow? What's the social group? And it really was being in choir. Not even like, this is where I belong. It was just like, no, this is just where I fucking am every day, Like, that's just where I was. So that's where you got quick connections. And especially after the year that it was pretty easy just to connect with that group, and that's just all you needed.
I think I remember because we earlier on in the spring we performed Brahms Requiem, and so we were sitting next to each other because we had
you're right.
Was it
You're
after
right.
the Brahms Requiem that we really started hanging out?
Yeah, because I was just like,
it was only
Teddy.
a few times.
Right.
Yeah, but no, it was
Because
after.
I remember one time we were walking back from after a concert or something. We walked back from the chapel, put our robes away, and then it's just like, well, what are we doing now? All that kind of stuff.
Well, it might have been after the J term, after January, because then at that point we had roomed while on tour.
Right, yeah.
And I think
very
that was
true.
probably at least there was enough connection there. Because again, I didn't really interact with you two. I knew trumpet, and that was not a lot. But yeah, that was probably the transition, that second half of the year.
Yeah, that's
But then really, the Brahms, then it was like, then we were memeing with each other way too much.
Yeah, it was almost like, man, are we dating or what?
Yeah.
Like,
I think I remember. I think the first time, and there were probably some like smaller moments where we talked, but I specifically remember going out in Germany. We went to the beer house, right?
As you do.
And then we went to McDonald's afterwards.
Beer.
You were in that group, right?
As you do.
at like literally 1 a.m. or something like that.
Yep.
After down in like a massive stein, and
Yep.
then it was great.
Yeah,
Yes, I
that's
think-
probably what it was.
Yeah.
That January when we went on tour, that was probably enough of a connection with Teddy for sure.
Right.
Just to room in the hotels. But then, when you just hit the nights, you're like, all right, buddy, let's
Exactly.
go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that probably was it. That was probably it. Because definitely not fall. I knew of you guys, similar situation, where I was still dealing with my roommate and all of his stuff, and really getting free. Yeah. That
And
would make sense.
even G-Wiz too. Because we
Oh
were
yeah,
we
and
were-
then
We
yeah,
were-
I
you're
was in
right.
G-Wiz.
Because then afterward, you go, oh, you're gonna go get lunch, or not dinner at that point,
Yeah.
because that's
Back at
yeah.
5:30 or
Fill the
whatever.
hole.
Yeah, and that's what it would be. It would be that, are you going that way anyways? But yeah, not too much.
that makes
too
sense
much.
now because that's
Well,
how it
'cause, like,
was.
it was.
Yeah.
guys would
we were,
eat
You're
together.
right.
two freshmen.
That actually was. Yes.
That's what it was because I
Because
would
that would be a
I'd sit
conversation
there.
there. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, we're gonna do something, but not really, But you would get
Right.
supper together.
Yeah.
Well, because we were the two freshmen that got into choir,
Right.
and it was like after everyone else
Don't
did.
forget about Adam Ward.
But like we were
the-
in chapel choir.
Yeah, we were
and
the
then we
final
got-
cut.
and then we-
Yeah.
Oh,
we
I
just
see.
finagled our way
Yeah.
in there.
Wait, you were in
On
chapel
each
choir?
set.
Well, I was auditioned as a tenor.
Oh.
And they go, we don't need tenors. And I go, I'm not a tenor. And it's just that they kept going up the scale and I just kept singing it. And they're like, yeah, sorry, we don't need you. And I was like, and I went back to them and I said, I'm a baritone.
I can go low.
And
Oh.
they go, really? And I go, yeah. Can I audition as a baritone? Because I was told I'd give a second chance to be a
Right.
baritone audition. But then I went back and auditioned as baritone. You hit the, or whatever. And then they're like, okay, yeah, that works for me.
The mic
So-
rep, Steve.
Yeah.
Greg on, he saw you
Yep.
sitting in Germany, and he said, "This man, he envisioned it right
And
off
then
the
I
bat."
came up, gave him the firm
Yeah.
handshake, and I go,
He said-
cigarettes and back. And I go,
Cigarettes.
He said, "Flick it off, baby."
yep.
Little roll it on. Well, yeah, that's the gist, really. And I guess through that, Preston and I still were roommates last year. Nick decided to take a year off to explore his movie production kind of career, and still kept in contact with him. He came down. Him and I would talk about Lego, Star Wars, Clone Wars, anything up the bit there. And
For sure.
Nate was still a CF
And
then,
Teddy was
and
too.
yeah, they're
Yeah.
both CFs, and then we always stayed connected, and here we are now, living in the same apartment. We're actually greeters now, which is funny. So that full circle for that.
Yeah, it's
And,
weird. And we kind of talked about this a few days ago about being away for a year and then coming back and kind of just how it clicked. But in all reality, like the only memory I really had to go off of was that senior week where we just kept going to the mall and the Twins game.
The
like,
Nobel,
and,
climb Nobel,
Yeah,
like, it was just like, oh my.
Yeah. So like that week, that's all I had to go off of, And I was like, that was so much fun. Like that was the most fun I had to date in, all right, no levels.
No, we're good. Don't worry about it.
That week was just so much fun. Obviously, we didn't have to worry about school. We didn't have to worry about anything.
I wasn't even there.
And you weren't even there. All right. Yep.
Oh, you came to the Mall
yeah.
America with us.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I met you guys at the mall,
I
and
was
then I also
gonna
went to the
say.
Twins game.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
So you didn't.
So I was
miss
there,
that
but I
much.
wasn't there.
That's when.
Yeah, you didn't miss that.
That was when Teddy bought his Jordans, right?
I don't remember.
Yeah, he
I
did
couldn't
buy
tell
him.
you that. But
Yeah.
He did buy him. That was. Well, what it was though, what did we do a lot? We played actually 1v1 snipers only in Black Ops
That's right.
3
that's
a
right.
lot.
Yeah.
Hit that up. We threw the disc a little bit. We
That's
just kind
true.
of sat there in the room because like when the other roommate's gone, you kind of have just this weird limp bed in there, and you have like a half of a room. and so then you
Limp,
just
very
kind
limp, very
you
limp.
just kind of configuring a new room and seeing what's going on up there, and
Yeah. No, it worked out well. I mean, yeah, because Preston was out of there. I just crashed on
right,
Teddy's spare bed, and
that was very true.
it worked out.
That's true.
But yeah, that after that, getting out of the year of COVID into what the future would look like, I thought about there was that strong week that we had where we just goofed around the whole time.
Correct.
And then there was I think only one other day. I don't even think I stopped. Was there 2 times that I stopped by? Because it was right before kids were kicked off of campus.
Yeah, literally.
Like 2 days, like the Friday before they're like, Sunday,
Yep.
you're out of here.
Yep.
Yeah, you were there.
But I never came back to campus before then. I didn't do anything in the fall, did I?
Yeah, you did because we went to Tyler's. Remember?
Oh, that was Tyler's?
What was that? In the
Yeah.
fall?
Oh,
Yeah, that was in the fall.
you're right.
Right,
You're
right.
right. So there was one in the
'Cause you
fall, one
stayed,
in the
yeah.
spring.
Yeah.
You're right.
We hooked you. Yeah, that's for sure. Because you definitely came. I asked you what you're doing when you can come up, and there was the car. like trying to find the car
Right,
to
right.
drive.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, that's
yeah.
right.
Yeah. And then, that's right. That was the separate night.
Yep.
I remember that night I was worried about not being on campus because I hadn't requested a night away from campus for being a CF. And then we still ended up getting back to campus by 2 a.m. because
Yep, that's perfect.
the vibes at Tyler's house just weren't there.
No, when
So
his
we
brother
just
got home and started
left.
throwing stuff
Yeah.
around, we were like, all right, so we're a little
He
scared.
slapped on the wife beaters.
That dude is
little
nuts.
Tank,
And he gave Teddy a shirt.
Also, the fucking blow up crocodile that we had stuffed in the back
Yep.
seat.
It's somewhere. It's somewhere.
I had to
I
drive
put it
through
underneath
that.
my bed. I don't even know where it is now.
probably
It's
got
It had
in
a
my
hole.
house.
No, it had a hole. Remember, we threw it away. Didn't we throw it away when we
Damn
moved
it.
out?
We moved out. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, we
threw
definitely
it
threw it away.
Should have hung,
Steve said no.
should have hung the kill on the wall.
I did.
Oh my god!
I
Drained
did.
it
I had it on the
off.
wall. I hung it up in Rundy.
Yeah,
perfect.
Vanessa used a string
Yeah,
and
with
she
our
tied
string.
that thing
I hung it up
there.
on the wall.
Oh, I do remember that actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Nice.
was a vibe. But
I also remember being super paranoid. I was like, oh my god, we're gonna get pulled over and I'm gonna be drunk off my ass, like underage in the back of this car.
underage in the back of his car, whose I was.
Yeah, because
Wait.
we had what? We had
John was
5
riding.
people?
Bruce Springsteen was playing. The freaking.
I'm proud to be
Proud
an American.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
Fitting for the day after
So
election.
it was 5 in back and 4 in the
J-Man
sleep
was
on
in.
top?
Jonas.
J-Man was
Yeah.
in
Oh
there.
my God, there's so many people in that
Oh,
car.
yeah,
there were
I
so many
forgot
people.
that there were
was so many people.
Henry was in there.
And
I
then
think.
somebody was
No,
on
Henry
top.
wasn't
Somebody
there.
was laying
Henry
on
wasn't
top. I think there were
He had to
5 people
work.
in the back.
That's what he had to do.
Were there really 5?
Yeah, it had to be 5 in the back. Tyler, us 3,
No, because
and
Tyler
Jonas.
stayed. Tyler stayed
Oh,
because
Tyler
he had
stayed.
to
So it was us
drive
four-
his
so it's 4
brother
in
to
the
the
back.
airport the
And
next
then who
morning.
was
That's
on
very
top
true.
though? Who was laying on top? Somebody was laying on
Nate.
top.
I think
Nate
it was
was.
just the-
Nate
it was
was.
Amy.
Just the alligator.
Yeah, I think
Just
it was
the
Amy.
alligator? Okay. Maybe it was just the alligator.
I think
Maybe
it was just us 4. Yeah, us 3 and Jonas, Nate's brother.
Yeah, I remember I was definitely sitting on top of somebody, kind of.
I think you were sitting on Jonas.
Yeah, maybe it was just.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
I
was
was.
brotherly love. It was brotherly love. It had to be.
It had to
happening,
be
though.
brotherly
That
love.
makes sense.
But yeah, I just remember thinking like, oh my god, his legs are probably so like just
Oh, yeah,
dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a.
That was everyone in the back seat.
The vibe wasn't there. All right, so guys, there are bottles everywhere, but nothing in them. Tyler, what happened?
Alright,
to
so
your
there's
laundry?
laundry
No,
everywhere?
there
There's
was.
laundry
Alright, but there's many
everywhere.
things-
There was a
But
big
there are
vibe in the
oh.
basement, and
Yeah.
Tyler, let me just say that those.
That was a
minifigs-
great basement.
Yep. We're keep
Nostalgia,
looking for 'em.
nostalgia
You-
all
Keep
over.
looking
You keep
for 'em. That's all
looking?
I'm gonna say. I'm just gonna say keep
Because
looking
that
for 'em.
guy in Kansas paid me good money for
All
that
I'm
one.
gonna say. All I'm gonna say.
No one knows a 1999 Count Dooku
Yeah,
yellow
I-
skin.
How much would that run for?
Count Dooku in itself.
Count Dooku with the silver blade.
Yeah, the silver
and
blade would be a
cape.
lot. The cape is actually probably one of the most expensive pieces next to the hilt.
Yeah,
Really.
It might be $25. I mean, if it's in mint condition, that could be.
I'd,
that'd be
yeah,
a nice
yeah.
piece.
I'd say 19 maybe. 19 going up.
How much do you think this guy goes for?
With the ripped
50
ear really
cents,
brings
maybe.
it down.
50 cents.
And with the previous history that this puppy has
Actually, it
gone through,
moves
That is so
up.
true,
yeah,
Jay.
it moves up.
That's
This is
for the-
actually a valuable item, and it's
for
not
the film
for sale.
buffs. For the film
Oh,
buffs,
it
it's
moves.
probably about $1 now.
It moves.
Yep.
Yoda has never been younger, and I'll just say that.
And he's thriving.
And he is very much thriving.
He loves it.
He's always been loving
He
it.
loves it.
He's just like, let's go in that cave in Dagobah, eh?
Yep. All I'm saying is.
Well, now that we've done the...
I remember we were trying to watch a movie at Tyler's place, but we couldn't find a freaking HDMI cable.
Well, I just remember we were playing apples to apples too. After we couldn't figure that out.
Yeah. We couldn't get anything to work, and that was our backup plan.
And then us just
It was
drunk
the
off
youth
our
version.
asses, just going nuts in the living
it
room.
really was.
And then Tyler's brother's just like, all right, I gotta go to sleep. You guys gotta shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
It's like,
Do you remember when we went in
walked
his room?
into
Do you remember his
brother's
room?
and there was
Oh
just ammo
my-
boxes.
Yeah.
like,
Oh,
cases
he has
of ammo.
guns.
And there
like
were knives, and you're
Polish
like,
soldier.
I'm afraid.
Wasn't he like in Poland or something? He had like something about Polish
Something about
uniforms.
deployed, or I don't know.
No, I just remember there was
this
a big
guy's
bean
freaking
bag
out
in some
about
of
going
bed.
to sleep.
Yeah, and he was scary. I went,
And-
even though it was clean and nothing said, you just
Best
There's
part is
two
that
kids.
what he was
Tyler,
hiding.
Two
What he
cats.
was
Remember the
hiding.
two
That's
cats?
What you were,
what the viewers don't know about Tyler's this big 6'5" burly lumberjack of a man, and his brother
But he's
is
a
just like this
soft as heart,
scrawny,
soft as
just
heart.
like whatever the hell. And Tyler would be like, "Yeah, my brother beats me up," and like he like physically will just beat the shit out of me. And I'm like, Tyler, how's that possible?
Rise up, Tyler.
Yeah, literally.
This is your chronicle right here,
yeah,
buddy.
your call to action, my brother.
And,
Tyler could beat the shit out of him.
he
I want to see that.
All
I'd
right,
pay to
so
see that.
no last names. No last names. Okay, all right, just making sure.
What a fight night that would be.
Yeah, we'll
Oh,
do fight
man.
commentary later.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Octagon. Okay, here's another thing. As a kid, did you guys care about WWE? I never did.
My dad will
I
never admit it.
never did.
My dad will never admit it, but every time I walk down there to the den, he's always got WWE on. After dinner, whatever, he cranks that shit on. But then he kind of treats it as like a, oh shit, you caught me, and like he kind of like changes it.
Yeah.
And like I'm like, Dad, it's okay. You like to watch guys just
Is it
Play
roll
pretend.
around?
Oh
Is it
my
the female
God.
version?
No.
Oh, okay.
There is in the game though. If you get the game, there's a little mode that you can on the old Xbox original.
Oh, I also did it on
Yep.
PS2. Yep.
Where you just sit there, and then the other guy they're just tugging on this animation of the clothing, and jeez Louise, wandering mind of a
Big-
10-year-old. You can imagine what happened. But
I can't. Please explain further.
Yeah.
I can't explain due to our contract
That's
and
so
our sponsors.
true.
But
PG. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're trying to stay on as long as we can.
thank you, Twitch, for the nice.
But actually, though,
salad,
WWE, you personally.
I never cared for it,
Sam.
but yeah, my dad just had Steve. It's okay. We're
Yeah.
we're brothers here.
Yeah.
I never really knew it existed or how to like access it even. And so then
Yeah.
like at school, other people would be
Spike.
talking about it, and they're just
Other
saying
people
all
talk about it
these.
at school.
They're just saying all these names and all the different moves and that kind of stuff. It's like,
Yeah.
what the fuck are you talking about?
It was like a reality
care.
show, to be honest.
Yeah, you had to follow like, each
yeah,
episode.
it was like a drama.
And know your character, know your favorite.
For sure.
What was his last fight?
Yes.
Yeah, but you're like, why?
Whose girlfriend's coming out tonight? Who's getting their hair
Yes,
pulled?
literally.
Like that's
Who
what it
thinks of this
was.
shit?
I can't.
That's what you talked about at public school?
No,
No,
we didn't.
public school.
Oh.
I don't know what the fuck Teddy's on. That must be some small
I think
town
it's
Wisconsin
yeah,
shit.
Wisconsin stuff.
Because
Yeah, it
no,
might
we would
be.
not talk about what happened on wrestling last.
That was
No.
middle school. That was like maybe like
Well, that
elementary,
might-
middle school.
Elementary,
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah.
That was also during the era of Tech Decks, so anything
Yeah,
was possible.
Tech
but-
Decks is great.
I mean, this was also the guys that were really into like dirt bikes and that sort of
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
earlier
No, there's a
on.
crowd.
So,
for
like,
sure.
for sure.
They wear
It's
the fox
definitely that
hats. Do you
crowd.
remember
The fox
those?
hats, yeah.
Yeah. And then the I Heart Boobies bracelet. And
Yep.
you're like,
Those are
you don't
great.
even know what it means.
And then they had to flip it over. Flip
You've
it over
never
for the
seen a
teachers in
boobie.
the
Flip it
back.
over to the teachers. That's exactly it.
That
Always
is
did.
so true.
But yeah, I just remember one time, I think we went to
The fox hats.
Grand Slam. You guys remember
Oh.
that
There's
place?
a Grand Slam Coon Rapids.
Yeah.
And Patrick worked there, actually, my friend Patrick
Yeah,
from high
it was
school.
part of the chain,
Right.
where they had like an adult space where you would eat, but
Yeah.
then they also had TVs and stuff.
Right.
And they had a WWE thing going, and I remember we're probably 6th grade. I mean, it was probably that young group, and one of the guys was like, "Oh man, they got the fight on," and I'm like,
The fight?
"Like,
Who
we got a
paid for this?
batting cage right over there. You care about this? Like, no way, dude."
Twins just took a loss that night. That's
All
why.
right, that's probably.
So was Grand Slam definitely the place in Owatonna to just have a birthday party?
No, you had to go to the cities, and then you would,
Okay.
because after you do the 1 year of the bowling alley, that's pretty much all we have.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure.
Or if it's a summer birthday, the water park. You know, that's what we had.
The water.
But I know that Grand Slam and Brunswick Bowl.
Yep.
Those, if you could go there, you had a good friend. You know, like, or you were the good friend.
I went to Brunswick Bowl for my third grade birthday party.
Else in there.
Is Grand Slam like Top Flight, but for baseball?
He's playing Top Flight.
Is that the
Thunder
golf?
Road you're thinking
Is that
of.
the golf
Grand
range?
Slam is this rundown, well, at least in Coon Rapids, it's this rundown, just old, ratty. It has a mini golf course in there that's a medieval mini golf. They have the arcade. They have the batting cages. They have the bumper carts. They have the
Go-kart.
laser
Laser
tag.
tag, yeah.
They have the bouncy houses in the back.
Thunder
It's
Road?
just
Just a
this
kid's
random,
fun
just like
zone,
kids
yeah.
fun zone, yeah.
Phone
Gotcha.
zone.
So what is Flight Zone?
Top Flight.
Everybody,
Isn't that the golf where they have like the multiple levels and you just it's like
Top
a driving
Golf?
range?
Top
Golf,
Golf.
not
Yeah.
Top Flight.
Top Flight's a
That's-
golf brand.
Right,
Yeah.
guys. I was close. I was in the ballpark.
Top
You were
Golf
on
is
the
like
range. On the green.
Yeah, I can't tell if Top Golf is like for the. I mean, you can have the pros there, but then you can also have like for
No, I
some
definitely
just
think it's-
shooting around.
I think it's supposed to make golf more accessible.
yeah,
to more people.
exactly.
A party thing you show
It's-
up.
yeah,
You
definitely,
get your
It's more like a bowling
100
thing.
you can
balls
drink
and-
there. You
yeah.
can have you can order food there.
I bet it'd be fun.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
one
Let's
gotta be
go.
one park.
Let's stream from
Yeah, there's 10 minutes
from
my
Top
house.
Flight.
No, we won't stream. We could do like a record it, you know, and make it like a video. Cause are we doing a YouTube channel?
Sorry about that, Nate.
Yeah, we're doing a YouTube channel for sure.
Yeah. So we could do like we're gonna have our short film
Oh, yeah,
bits
we'll-
on it, but we could do like
Vlogs?
vlog. Yeah, exactly. Like we go out to Top Golf or whatever.
That'd be fun.
That would be fun.
Yeah, you guys need to come to Coon Rapids. There's everything there.
Yeah, never.
It's all there.
Never
No,
been to Coon
literally, it's
Rapids?
all there, but nothing is there at the same time.
That's huge.
Yep.
Welcome to
and-
Jamestown.
What's the
You've also been to-
population of Coon Rapids?
69,000, I think it actually is.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a
That's
bigger
huge.
town than Owatonna.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
What's,
I mean, if Coon Rapids seems like everything there and nothing's there at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
it sounds like Grantsburg, except nothing's there, and it seems like nothing's there either.
Teddy, you're onto something.
It's great.
I swear to God, you're onto something. I'm not
Only
sure
a
yet.
45-minute drive
you're onto
anywhere that we want to go have fun.
Yeah.
45 minutes.
Yeah,
And
isn't
there we
that
go.
just
It's a
a
wild
real
time.
compliment to your city when you're like, hey, we're not that far from places, you know? Like,
Yep.
Yeah,
that's
talk-
not you're the place, but
Guys,
Hey.
I think I win. You can cross the town, the entirety of Benson, in a car, in probably 3 minutes.
Yeah, from Coon Rapids, it's 10 minutes from side to side, maybe 15.
But hey, Wisconsin put in work
Wait,
yesterday.
Nate. How
It
many
came through.
stoplights are in Benson?
2.
Grantsburg only has one. Checkmate.
Oh.
ooh.
Really? And it takes 45 minutes to get to a place across Grantsburg?
No.
No, 45 minutes to the nearest, like, city.
Yeah, to the nearest city.
Like, to the nearest thing to do.
Gotcha. Never mind. I relinquish my mic.
Stop. Just give me that mic.
I've been
Yeah, so like
I'm
we have
School of
to
Excellence.
drive
Yeah, so
45
how about you then?
minutes.
What do you
to-
got for Tom Pop?
Usually we go to St. Croix
Town
Falls for where we want to have fun. And then they got Walmart there. They got a movie theater there.
wait till
We go skiing
Ted's
near
done.
there.
Good choice.
Pretty much anything we want to do. St. Croix Falls is the answer.
LaCroix Falls, baby.
Great can. Nah, Jamestown probably has about. I usually tell people when they ask, it's at 20,000. It's probably 18,000, 20,000. It's not bad. There's a dam there, so then it's kind of like a Minnesota lake town, and yeah. So you always like in the summer. There's usually water activities, but there's like big hill. It's not like super flat. It's actually up and down. There's like 2 hills. We live in like kind of like a valley.
But not a
so-
lot of things to do outside of
What is a university town?
It is, yeah. So
So it's a college
So
town.
the college that
Oh,
we
yeah,
go to,
yeah.
there's like another one, church
I
affiliated,
suppose,
kind of.
yeah.
I think it's, I can't say what it is. It's not Lutheran, maybe it's Baptist. I'm not sure, but it's University of Jamestown. That's
So,
there.
college town. That makes sense.
There's not a lot of stuff though to do. We have like a bowling alley. I guess we have Walmart and stuff.
I mean,
but it's smack dab in between the
Yeah.
Fargo, which is a big college town in North Dakota, and then Bismarck, which is our capital. So you go 50 minutes either way, then you got it.
Gotcha.
So if you want to go get go to get a good pair of shoes, you're going to go to Fargo.
Right. You gotta roll out.
Rural? Yes, very rural.
Rule 34. Yep.
Rule 34?
Route 34. Road 34.
Yeah, Route 66.
Route 66.
Love it.
Cars. Good movie. What is the thoughts
Cars
on,
2.
on the table?
Cars 2 is
Yeah.
better than Cars 1.
I
No
disagree.
way, dude.
Yes,
Cars
thank you,
1
Nick.
is the
No,
best.
Because
Cars
of the
1 is
lemon.
a banger, and I've only seen Cars 2 maybe like a half an hour in.
Oh, I love Cars 2.
Nope. Nope.
Cars 2, the animation just seems a little bit better to me.
Well,
they have
I
the
mean,
lemons. The lemons and the aspect of that. The voice actor for the James Bond type character. Great guy.
Sean?
Okay,
Oh,
here's
yep.
the thing though. Why are cars being spies? What's
I don't
the
know why
point of
we're
that?
cars talking in general
Yeah,
anyways,
it's
but
just a car universe. That's just what it is. You
I mean,
can have it be whatever
that's
you
what
want.
happens. They might just be honking the horn, but all the cars understand what's going on. They don't want to make a movie of just cars going the entire time. Like we gotta be able to understand, Dad.
right. So spies, that makes it better. You kind of add a little more.
They're sitting around the
Spies is the
production
next
table.
level.
Guys,
Right.
spies.
That's
Spies?
the reason
Alright, so-
why.
Spies.
Car movie, only horns, and spies.
The race is good.
It's the
Don't get me wrong.
Only fans for
Car-
cars.
Only horn.
Well, I've seen a couple Mater,
Only horn.
You've seen a couple Mater what? Mater Rule 34?
naughty Mater Rule 34. Maybe it's a tool.
Wait,
some would say.
Flo? What's her name? Is it Flo?
Yeah, it's Flo.
Well.
Sally was a cutie.
Is Sally the Porsche?
Yeah.
Which
Oh,
one's
Teddy
the
had a
she
crush on
was.
a car.
Sally was nice.
Who
She
didn't?
was real nice. She had a great
guess
voice
all of
acting.
us.
Flo's the
except
one
Teddy.
in Radiator Springs, right? Who owns the
She
gas
owns the
station?
motel. Oh no, Flo does own the thing. Sally's is the town lawyer, owns the motel. Yep.
We
The
need to
Cones.
watch that movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let me know and
The Cones.
I just
I'll head out.
hey.
Tonight.
When I was thinking about this when you brought up tech decks, Nick, I want to jump back on other cool trends. Did you guys ever have kendamas? Was that a trend?
What the heck is that?
Okay, I guess not. Teddy?
Yeah, what is that? What is
Oh,
that?
it's basically this Japanese like toy where it's the ball at the end of the string and it has a little spike in the middle and two cups coming out the side and there's a cup on the bottom and you like do these tricks and
Oh, yeah.
blah blah blah. You know those are?
I know about it, but it was not like a trend.
Really?
No.
It was a huge thing at Coon Rapids, and they'd have these jumbo ones, and each thing cost like $30. It was just this dumb wooden toy, and everyone had one, and I even had one. And yeah, you'd play like Ken, like pig or horse, but with the kendama, you like challenge your friends. You're like, okay, I bet
Oh,
you
you
can't
do
do
tricks?
this trick or
Oh,
whatever,
yeah,
and then
that's sweet.
you'd steal the, it's mine now.
Oh, I see.
And
So it's like racing for pink slips, except playing Ken for the kendama.
I never raced for pink slips. In fact, they were called red slips at my elementary school. But can you explain racing for pink slips?
Racing for pink, so it means like if you win, then you get the other person's car.
Okay, I interpreted pink slips as the
It's like-
disciplinary strip.
Below the line.
Yeah.
Below the line.
No, it's like an ownership paper.
How do you know he was homeschooled?
Oh, that's a good
That
point.
is so true.
Damn
I
it.
was only disciplined with the Switch.
I thought you were gonna say
With the Bible.
disabled.
Bible with the 50-pound Bible
That's right.
So have the word of God shape you in the
beat
shape.
into my head.
Yep.
So, okay. I think it's a good talk about trends that
Yeah.
either we participated in or didn't.
Right.
So I thought about a lot, but never did. The silly bands.
Yep.
I had 5. I think I got 1 pack.
I think they were brought into the house once, and I think I might have had one, but I remember people that had those sleeves all the way up their elbow.
Oh, for
and you're
sure.
like, what the heck? Why? What about this is cool? All you do is you take it off and hey, it's a monkey, And you're like,
Flex. It's
I
a
mean, it's
flex.
just like I'm such a purpose guy. I'm like, what's the point of
Right.
it?
Guys, I think John has a lot of experience in this area.
I had the rock band pack of silly bands. That was
Rock
my
band?
pack, my 5 pack.
Okay.
Couldn't
Silly
tell you
band. No, that was like the move to go to Walmart. You bought it a little with the cash you had it loose in your pocket, and I definitely have a lot of 7th grade. That's my Zoom call ID right now. If you look at my 7th grade photo, it's actually I'm rocking the
Oh yeah,
the
that's
silly
right.
bands in one hand and the little chub in the other. I'm talking about my stature. Talking about my stature. That's all I'm talking about. Nothing else.
Nothing
Just
sexual.
making sure.
Nothing
No, actually, big thing. One of the trends is Bakugo. No,
Bakugan.
Bakugan. That was big.
Yep.
Trade the balls around. Collecting.
Those are on the magnet cards, right?
Yep.
Like you.
Yeah,
toss
those
them.
are
You
great.
throw 'em out on the card.
Those were cool.
Yeah.
Those
Those
I
are
could
so
I
cool.
could get behind
Yep.
those because
They're
you're
great.
like it's my thing. Now it's cooler,
Right,
You're like,
and
I
you
can
face
understand
that. Then there's
Yeah.
like
I didn't even play the card game. I just thought that the magnets were cool.
Yeah, same.
collecting pencils of all the NFL teams. That was a big thing. Seeing if you had
Random.
all
That's
of
very
them.
random.
And then also Ninjago. When Ninjago came out, that was kind of
yeah.
a big thing. So then when
Oh, the Beyblades, the similar thing.
yeah,
where you-
similar to
yeah.
Beyblades, but this was almost in a different point. People would grab. We had our tackle boxes, And so then it was kind of like the standard tackle box that you could have, that you bought from Walmart clear, and you had it categorized because you have these little, like sleeves. You put all, like the spinners in the bottom, then you had your weapons, and you had your characters, and then you had that deck.
Yeah.
And that's the way to do it. It was kind of nuts, but not on the playground. Playground, traded Hot Wheels and shit like that.
Well,
but-
okay, sometimes me and my friends would trade Hot Wheels and that kind of stuff. But did you guys ever have the little like aluminum figurines of the different Star Wars like ships and that kind of stuff?
Nope.
I do.
The
wasn't a Star Wars
aluminum like one
Just
color,
the miniatures, just the
like it was,
little
or were they
miniatures.
detailed?
They were detailed and all that kind of stuff too.
Aluminum.
And we would, I don't know if they were aluminum or
Was this
just
after
some
Revenge
kind
of
of
the Sith
metal.
when
Was
Revenge
it
came out?
weighted? Like you could feel the weight in it, or were they?
It wasn't like.
Price range. Give me a price range. That's a better
Oh,
idea.
I have
Was
no
it like
idea.
like you would get it in like next to the packs of cards, like one of those kind of things where you would
Oh.
open it up and you didn't know what
I
ship
think
it
we'd
was?
still find them like back by like the toy section and that kind of stuff.
And how big were they? Give a scale.
It's like this big-ish. Like you could fit it in your hand.
Oh, so okay.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I ever. I mean,
I just remember we'd always go outside with our favorite Star Wars ships and just throw them across the playground.
Was this
Just into the.
was this
my
original
gosh.
trilogy? Starfighters.
All right, Teddy, you got them onto Star Wars. They're trying to
a
get
lot
off
of-
right
Yeah,
so
now.
here's the thing.
most of them were like Attack of the Clones, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like the Triangle Jedi Starfighters.
yeah. Oh yeah. Then
Like
you were lucky
the
then.
gunships, that kind of stuff.
All I'm saying is that I had the paper binder clip.
Yeah.
That when you popped it down, it looked like
Thank
a
you.
gunship,
Right,
you
Thank
know?
you. Thank
the
you.
paper holder. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I
I
do.
wasn't a Star Wars kid.
No,
Yes, I
the
do.
black binder
Yeah.
clip thing.
Yeah, I know what
Careful
you're talking
with-
about.
Yeah. And then
But it
Yeah.
looked like a Star Wars ship.
right, it looked like a gunship.
Huh. That's pretty cool.
That would be
Like
like
the
a
white ones with the red wings and the laser turret gunners.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
But no, I think I
Arc 170.
probably at school we didn't do it like any of those ships. We did minifigs. Not even
Yup.
Lego, but also action figures too. You could bring them. Yeah.
They had Walmart. They I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened.
Nerds.
But this is what happened. So they something with this like BOGO code. I don't know, but man, was it a great 2 weeks in the summer? Because they knocked down on accident these prices of these minifigs. So they started coming out with like there was a dice that came with it, and then you could kind of face off, and they had like a little stack card, and they were coming out with a lot of Clone Wars minifigs at the same time. So you want to collect them all, and they knocked it down to like $4, and originally it was supposed to be like 10, and so they kind of screwed themselves over some situation like that, and so
Yeah.
then you just went in. I remember going like, Mom, let's go to the store like Tuesday or something. And then it hit Thursday. Mom, it's an addiction. God,
You're
like,
itching, you need it.
Get me out there. And I was just like, she's like, you got to mow the lawn. I said, I'll do anything. I'll make sauerkraut. I don't care.
Isn't it crazy though when obviously it was a different economy, but like honest to God, the prices of things.
Yes.
Back in the day when you were a kid and you'd walk in, you go, "Oh, I got $10. I'm getting the whole fucking
battle pack.
Christmas.
Yeah.
I'm getting
Battle pack.
everybody. You know, everybody can have a toy."
And that reminds me of my first job, which I still work at now. But when I first started there, I was starting at $8 an hour, and now I'm getting paid $12. Like everyone's starting there at I think $12 an hour now. And it's just kind of crazy just to see that I've only been working there for 4 years, and just within the span of 4 years, just how much like inflation has caused minimum wage to go up.
Yeah, but again, when it comes down to those things that were your staple as a kid,
Yep.
like you think a pack of Pokemon cards
Yes, no.
was near $1.
$1.29.
Yeah, you're right.
And now it's
Four.
$3.99.
It's pushing depending on what pack it is.
Yeah,
Right,
literally.
right. Yeah, and it's
Very true.
crazy, and you're like, it's not worth it now.
No.
And I wonder how much of that
Because
has
of the
to do
value
with,
of those cars, you're maybe going to get
Not
maybe
even.
$1. Not
69
even.
cents.
Yeah, literally.
Half the time.
right. If you're not getting
Uh-huh.
hollow Charizard, it's not.
No,
you're not-
literally.
You're
It's
getting
not
more
worth
from
it.
the fuck.
I think that, I mean, and I've been watching Moist Critical when he does his streams,
Mm-hmm.
and he does Pokemon card openings. But what's the one he does? What's the other card game?
Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yes, he does Yu-Gi-Oh
Mm-hmm.
card opening, and there's actually a greater market there for those kind of
Right.
cards
Really?
because it's not a
Is it in English?
this-
Are the
this-
cards in English? Or are they?
yeah English,
Okay.
yeah. But yeah, that's definitely something I think about. Like, I would be more interested and more likely to buy a booster pack of cards and press my luck then than get a scratcher. Like, because then even at minimum you go, 100 cards, $5. You're like, sure, I didn't make my money back, but you can resell them, you know? And somebody would be like, yeah, they're cards. You know,
Right.
I'll take
I
it.
was definitely a big card kid as a kid.
Yeah.
Well, my dad was a big baseball card collector. So every year we'd get the 2009, 2008, whatever the hell it was, starter kit, which would have like about like 150 cards in there of just random stuff. And you get like maybe like 4 or 5 special ones or whatever the hell. And then I was also collecting Pokemon cards. And yeah, I was just a big card kid.
Nice.
Yeah, that was my thing.
I just this summer, I sold all of my cards
I
that
do remember that.
yeah that baseball, football, basketball. Like I had 2 full binders, probably 200 sheets, you
Right.
know, that you would just stuff in there, and you're like, that's just every time. And the only one I kept, I mean, we have some of the older cards, but that's like me and my dad.
Yeah,
Like, those cards that I sold, those were my cards.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I remember asking and buying and saving, but the only card that I kept was craziest thing. You know, and you think about that, like luck of the draw.
Right.
Easily.
So we're family vacation. We're in Duluth, and we go to get some snacks at Target or whatever. And then you know we go by the cards because that's similar thing. We're like, hey, I'm into cards, and
Yeah.
I wonder, get a 1 pack, just one, pick it off the shelf. Football players, don't think about it. Top
Yep.
deck, you know. And we get back to the hotel room. I'm slowly opening them up. We're going through one by one. Oh, hey, look at that. That's cool.
With the
flavor.
gloves on? With the
You
gloves
know,
on?
Yeah. Don't bend the corners. And then it was probably about the 3rd or 4th card, and I flipped it up, and I go, Dad, no way. And he looks at it. He goes, did you just pull that out? I go, yeah. And it's an Adrian Peterson All-Star rookie card.
Yep. I knew that was going to be that thing.
Yep, and that's she's in her little glass case right now. But that's just one of those memes where he was
Right.
the nut of Minnesota at that point.
Right.
You're like before the child
Little
Abuse
stick
scandal.
incident.
little scandal, little obedience,
Yeah.
but
that kid wasn't playing with the Nintendo Switch, I'll tell you that.
that's true.
So obviously you're not looking into selling it, but if you wanted to, like, how much would that
Oh yeah,
go
have
for?
you like checked
No,
the price?
I have not looked
just
at it.
because you don't even want to entertain the thought.
No.
Right.
And chances are, if I do entertain the thought, that it's like, yeah, it's actually like $2, you know.
No, it's kind of nuts. My friend AJ back home is really into cards, and we made this whole mockumentary about it. Basically, we just went out with him one day to these card things. This kid knew when they restocked at every store every day. This whole community, he would go. He has a burner account on Twitter.
Oh my God.
Basically, he's the middleman, right?
Yeah.
He buys these packs for these people that like DM him on Twitter, or he like post a picture like, "Hey, I got these packs today. Who wants them?" First people to DM him, sold, gone.
Right.
And so, basically, we went around with him just for one day just to film like what he was doing and what it was all about, because we were like, this is kind of crazy, like how much these cards are going for.
Yeah.
And like he would buy these packs for it's just crazy how much, like, even these soccer packs that isn't really a big sport in America, you buy them for $10 a piece, they sell for 20. Just because of the chance of getting these people. Like right now, the Zion Williams card goes for about $500,000.
Oh,
If
easily.
you get the Zion Williams Panini jersey signed, $500,000, just easy like that. And it's just like, and all these packs go for like $50 a piece.
Yeah.
And like, it's weird because we went in the store with him, and there were 3 other vultures just waiting there. Just waiting for like, and then they split up the cards. They're like, okay, you get 5 packs, I'll get 5 packs, you get 5 packs.
Yeah.
It was just like, I didn't know how much of a market there was. I know how many people, like, it's just crazy how many people are actually into it and really want to like buy these cards.
For sure.
That just like puts in my brain, like, what if there's like a shooting, like, for the vultures
right.
who are waiting for like the packs?
Yeah.
Shooting?
What
What do you
kind
mean
of
Like,
shooting?
Like,
like
they
to get
fight
the,
for 'em?
yeah, like it's like
Oh.
product.
As in the production,
See, what is this? There's like an underground mafia, and
Yeah,
they're like,
yeah.
"Oh, this
But
round
then-
game wants the packs. We got to go get them."
But then, yeah, the reporter's just like, it's like, all right, I'm at the scene of the crime here, reading. Looks like there was a shooting over a pack of
Giannis.
sports
Football
cards.
cards.
And like,
The thing about Giannis too is he has. Did you know
Yeah.
how he has his own
Yeah.
signed cards that are worth like a couple $1 million?
Yeah.
Same thing with James.
The company, LeBron James too. They
Yeah.
sent it to him. He just signed them and just kept them. He's like, well, these are my rookie cards.
Yeah.
that's
So
legendary.
now they're worth like $3 million.
Oh,
They're
just like that
so
valued at.
crazy amount. But,
And,
Nice.
but that's how they do it, though. They kind of looking like at the beginning of the season, and there's a couple of YouTubers actually I follow where they're just, they find what card they think is like, oh, this could be a good year. I'm going to keep hold of that. I see something out. They might have a good playoff run. And then just like this year, I mean, the guy was sitting on Tire Hero, and then boom, like that puppy's gone up like 75% in value, and now it's even going up even more. And it's just like the random night, like you think this guy's sleeping, well, I'll just keep him. You know,
Right.
It's more than just actually the card, like actually following the stats. Like you're following
the player's season.
Oh,
like
easily.
Bull, after he dropped a triple double in the playoffs, his card went up to $50, and it was only worth
easily.
like $10 before.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's just nuts. It's this whole community. I was just like, I did not know it was there.
Yeah, that is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And then that's the other shit where if they start dropping the bombs on us, then we're like, all right, I put all my money into cards, You're like, what are you getting out of it at that point? Nothing. You're getting nothing.
Oh yeah, that was. I mean, there's a YouTuber Preston I watch, Max Mofo. He just buys tons of Pokemon cards, and then you're searching for that one.
Yeah.
And
He's opened up about 400 packs to find this one card that's only worth $200, and so
Right.
he spent all the. I mean, at this point, obviously he's a die-hard collector, and he has a channel. He makes money off it, so he can just spend all the money he wants on it.
Right.
But like, it's just kind of nuts, just the lengths this guy goes to just buy these freaking. When you think about it, just essentially just a piece of paper that's worth. It's like buying a $200 bill, basically.
Jake, or was it Logan or Jake Paul, recently just purchased that from an old guy. He
I saw
owned
that.
like 3 of them, or he had like 4 of the same card, and he wanted to buy one, and I don't know how much it was, like a plus like 100K or something, or not 100K, but it was like a lot of thousands of dollars that he was just as like, this is the highest offer anyone's given me, and he was still kind of like, I don't know if I should give it to you or something like
What
that.
was the card?
It was a Charizard. It was
Oh,
from
it was a Pokemon card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably that.
Charizard's EX or- no, it might be.
Yeah, or whatever.
I think it was
Yeah.
the OG pack. Actually.
Evolutions, yep.
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 There was a TikTok that I saw that was it was a pack opening.
Yep.
And he like opened some Charizard or whatever, but he did it in a library. He was live streaming in a library. And
Oh.
he basically just like started freaking out. But
That
he
guy, it's Lionheart is his name.
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, I follow him too.
Yeah, but he just started freaking out. He's like freaking crying. He can't make
Yeah.
any noise because he's in a library.
All the kids in their family are walking past him, and he's just crying at the table.
Well, he's like that YouTuber that we were watching the other night about Clash Royale, where it's just kind of everything's animated in your face.
wait,
he's
that
like,
was him?
guys, can you
no,
not
that wasn't
believe?
him, but he's just saying that's
Oh,
the
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
YouTuber
okay.
he is.
He's like, "What's up, guy?" It's just a classic Alley intro, and
Yep.
drop her where it's hot. But no, yeah, definitely cards are. My dad actually. Now you're talking about cards. My dad also did, but he collected. I actually maybe showed you photos of these. When Star was coming out back in the 70s, and then they did. He was collecting all the cards. So you get like movie scene cards, but then you also got behind the scene cards.
And the
And so I had a
sticker.
bunch of shoe boxes. Yeah, just sitting right in there, and they kind of had like a little like a bio card or like a not like a player profile. Bless you. Nice.
All right, I'm gonna deal with that. Don't worry, guys.
He's nodded.
He's
Is it on the table?
Couch.
No, I'm not worried about the couch.
Okay, so yeah. Hey, okay, anyway, so we'll get back to the
Yeah. Keep going, Jack.
back to the cards, but yeah, so that's nuts. You kind of pop those out right next to his, GI Joe stuff that's vintage too. My dad is also he doesn't like saying he's a collector. He's like, I can throw anything away, but I'm just like, Dad, I
Right.
mean, I don't need this right now. And then he goes, we'll just save it for another day. We'll put it in a box and stack it on top of boxes.
Yep.
But no, yeah.
Well, I heard for the first time ever, somebody said, yeah, I'm an Elf collector. I go, excuse me?
Elf, like the
Yep.
show.
Elf,
The movie?
80s show.
Yep.
Oh.
And I go, so what does that mean? He goes, yep, I got all the shit.
Like the
and
memorabilia?
Yeah. And I'm like, it was one of
Jeepers.
those things, a Star Wars transaction where you're like, hey, I'm selling this stuff. Hey, if you got any of this stuff,
Right.
like one of
Yeah.
those. And
Yeah.
you never expect to hear, oh, by the way, if you have Alf, yeah, let me know. I'm like, nobody
Like,
has
I
Alf.
don't, and I won't.
You are the only guy that has Alf.
Yep.
Maybe I should
Not
be
even the
reporting you
owner
for
that
saying
made
it.
Elf has Elf. You know?
He sold that shit right as
Yeah.
he sold his show.
He goes, see you later, throw it in the trash.
This semester, before we came back to school and all that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
I got really big into watching all these like Pawn Stars highlights.
Like on YouTube, just like
Yeah,
watch
just
Pawn
on
Stars.
YouTube.
Yeah,
and
be
then
very-
as
very
soon as
careful
you
with
watch one,
pronunciation.
you get all of them and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But there was this guy that had like the world's largest collection of just Charizard cards, and it was
So
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
guessing
know.
they didn't make a deal.
no, they did not.
Yeah,
Because
they didn't know the value.
and they just didn't know the value of it. And then this guy's like, yeah, there's like it's just insane. And they're like, yeah, I mean, it's just pieces of paper with a freaking dinosaur on it. So
Yep.
That's their
They-
loss.
they
didn't
don't know
value.
what they missed out
But the
on.
thing is,
Their
so you
loss.
could do the same thing right now. You could pick a card, right? Potentially, I don't know what your percentage chance of that actually being successful of doing it. But say you pick a card, say NBA, you look into it. You could collect a bunch of them, and like, or even in another case, any collectible card, and that's what you do. Like it's. Like you can make bank off of it. Like that guy, he probably didn't know at the time. He was just collecting. This is just my favorite Pokemon. And now he's sitting there, just guys. I got all this power. I can rule the world. The banking systems, there's mine. Like he's the top three. Jeffrey and him, and Donald J. Trump. So like that's how it is.
Yeah, that reminds me. So the most valued card in the world right now is the Mike Trout 2011 rookie card.
Yep.
Worth about like $5 million or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was hearing about these guys that pulled it randomly. They're at this like thrift store, and there was like a 99-cent bargain bin garbage. Like, we're giving this away, and they were like, this is not 2011. This is like 2015 or like something like that. And they were like, yeah, whatever. We know the value of the, like, they're giving away for 99 cents. What a deal. Like, what the hell? How are they not, like, whatever. Whatever. The thrift store's not thinking. So like,
Yeah.
we'll just take advantage of it. And they pulled it, and they were like,
Do you think it was
we're
placed?
millionaires. We're like, think about that. We're millionaires now.
Yeah,
if we
that's
sold
so
this,
nuts.
we're millionaires.
So you're saying like 99 like sealed packs? Or?
Yes, literally.
Oh, huh.
They just like, it was just this.
That's
Oh,
weird.
it was
Rundown.
unopened.
Weird.
Yeah,
It was
just
unopened.
run down. Yeah, I don't even know.
Why would? Yeah, like if they're sealed, you should at least be like, oh,
Look into it. Exactly. No,
but
but it was just like this rundown place. I think it was like in Montana or something like that. And they were just like happened to stop by and this,
Weird.
on this like road trip that they were going on, just getting this like truck stop, or they just like pulled over for gas or something like that, or just like a restroom break, and they just happened to it's not like, now they're millionaires if they wanted to sell it.
That's so crazy.
But didn't one just sell?
Yeah.
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 That's why it's like valued at
That's
that.
why they-
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's, I mean, similar to the conversation that you've already said about the other basketball players that already have their cards.
Right.
Like, it's so funny. They're like, yeah, I'm going to buy, out of the 23 that exist, I'm going to buy 9 of them. And you're like, oh my God.
Right.
Just like, yep. And it's not even a cost to them.
Yeah.
They're just like, I just want to have them. Okay. Like, that's so, because obviously if your card is at that value, you have money.
Right.
You could buy all of them.
Yeah.
You could be that guy.
That kind of just reminds me of, we're watching Narcos on Netflix right now, and that just reminds me of the one episode where the rat, just like the lowest of the low henchman guy, gets caught in Miami, and his bail is set at $2 million, and Pablo wires the money right away.
Right.
Doesn't even give up, doesn't bat an eye. And this, he probably didn't know the guy's name.
No.
Just keep him quiet.
It literally just amazes me, just like as I'm watching the show, just like money means like nothing to them when you're that rich.
But the funny thing is, he came from nothing. He
Exactly.
absolutely had nothing. So like, that might be the most sometimes that's
Right.
what they say. The most dangerous is you come from nothing, then you have the most.
and now
then
you're just spending it because
NBA,
right.
like on any sports, major stars, they're saying they're worth multi-million dollars. They're paying for I need this house, the other stuff, and really then they go bankrupt, whatever. There's actually a lot of these players are coming out now with more of like professional help or more awareness, saying like, if you don't know how to handle this money, like let me hook you up with someone,
Right.
Because you want your family for a long time after you to be still like benefiting from this amazing like career or like success that you have,
Right.
Yeah, it's very like eye-opening for sure. So maybe, middle what do I think of the word, middle income, what do you call that, you're not the high but you're in the middle
Class.
middle class there, thank you. Yeah, middle class, not the horrible place to be at. You kind of know a little of the perks of middle class, but also the low qualities of it. So how long are we running here actually right now?
We're almost an hour. I was just gonna say that we're probably want to wrap her up at around an hour.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
sweating like a
Yeah,
like a
these lights
pig.
are really beating down.
Yeah, I'm seeing my veins through my eyes.
I'm
right
glad.
now.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad I took off my sweater. That was a good move on my part.
Thanks, 50
Hey,
years of jazz.
You can start it right now. End it. End the podcast.
Me? You want me to end it? Yeah, sure.
I'm talking about stripping.
Oh,
That too.
I don't got a poll, but next time, if you guys subscribe, please,
Follow,
anything,
like, subscribe.
yeah, like do anything you can. I'll drop my Venmo in their personal Venmo. We'll get a nice little LED strip poll. We'll slap her right in the middle. I'll do a little twirls friend of mine showed me with a good old bat, Vinny over there, that we'll show you next time.
For your viewing pleasure.
Yeah,
Dinner
for your
with the
viewing
show.
pleasure. You know, we were talking about making a quick buck off a card. Well, I know how to make a quick buck off a picture or a video. OnlyFans, baby.
That's right. Coming soon.
Yeah,
Very
anywho.
soon.
Yeah, this is
LooneyBin Productions
Yeah.
OnlyFans.
LooneyBin.
God.
I mean, we would just do it for
LooneyBin. The
for-
LooneyBin.
the Looney
Ludicrous bin.
Is that what you just said?
Yep.
The Looney bin?
I had to.
You really had to.
You,
Chances are it's not taken.
Anyway, that's an hour. So John, hit us with the outro, and we're gonna sign
yeah,
off.
I guess this is the LooneyBin Podcast. Not really sure where we're going through this, but thanks for tuning in, and we'll hit you next time.
Yep. See you guys later.